the first way to move into this area, I think, is there's a strategy piece, there's discovery and assessment, there's testing. I think you need to do all three quickly. And they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, because you can work on strategy while you're doing assessment, and you can work on testing while you're doing both of those, because none of it is permanent. It's all, moving towards a plan. But I think all the panelists are right that, we don't know exactly how all this is going to play out. But the one thing we do know is that with quantum, again, we know that the prime factoring mechanisms won't work, right? They just won't work. So we have to find a way to move in quickly. I just think it has to be a consecutive approach. A parallel approach versus consecutive, because otherwise the timing just won't work. We're going to see these systems here soon. We had some groups overseas, I won't say which country, but meeting with leadership, and they know a lot about what's going on in China. And the comment to our group was, you should be very worried in the U.S. And so about quantum and how much you're spending. I mean, they're teaching AI in middle school in China. And so, we're seeing global shifts of power and changes. And how do we balance all of these choices that these countries are going to make on algorithms with a central system that we can all be on? That is a great question. And maybe, the great patchwork comes around and we'll patch it all together and allow these algorithms to talk. Maybe that's the next business for all the folks out on LinkedIn. Go start that business.
Thank you, Skip. That's
it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
Powerful stuff, Skip. Thank you for that. Jason, you were about to jump in as well.
I would just encourage conversation around identifying what the spend should look like, as quickly as possible. And, kind of one of my things I always like to go back to is, as our insurance providers and that space, having the conversation around, what does the exposure look like? What is coverage for this going to cost when this event happens? Are you gonna be there to make me whole on the other side? And even if I can't be made whole, am I going to be able to stay afloat after this?